Hi there, my name is Lisa Broda and I'm the Saskatchewan Advocate for Children and Youth. It's my job and the job of my office to advocate for the rights, interests and well-being of young people in Saskatchewan. To do this, we advocate and teach about children's rights and at times make recommendations to government for change, such as changes in education, health, social services and other government services in Saskatchewan that serve children. It's a priority of my office that young people be involved in creating and improving the systems that impact their lives. To do this, we created the Youth Advisory Council, and that's made up of young people who come to our office and help us with these changes. In this video, we want you to learn a bit more about National Child Day, which is on November 20th. This is a special day because it recognizes that Canada agreed to a very important international law called the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. When Canada signed this law in 1991, the government made a pledge to young people under the age of 18 years old that they would have special rights, and those rights would be protected. Although we advocate for children's rights all year, we pay special attention to children on November 20th, National Child Day. I'm going to let the members of the Youth Advisory Council and our staff tell you a little bit more about some of the rights you have, but keep in mind there are many more, 42 to be exact. Thanks for listening, and always feel free to contact us for more information or get help with your rights. It's a pleasure to serve all of the young people in the province of Saskatchewan.
So now that you know who we are and what we're about, let me tell you about why we're talking to you today. National Child Day is held on November 20th every year to celebrate two important documents that were adopted by the United Nations to protect the rights of children and youth. The first one is called the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of the Child, and the second one is called the United Nations Convention on the Rights of a Child, or UNCRC as we like to call it. Canada decided 30 years ago that children and youth all across the country were so important that we ratified the UNCRC. After that, we decided that it wasn't enough and we needed a full day to celebrate young people and the government's commitment to taking care of you and making sure you're heard. So National Child Day was created. So November 20th every year is a day about talking about what being a youth in Canada really is. From celebrating your growth and achievements to talking to your adults about what they can do better so that they can properly support you so you can become the best you possible.
The UNCRC is an international agreement setting out the human rights that children everywhere are entitled to. It says that children and youth have the right to be protected from different forms of harm, to be provided with what they need to grow up healthy, happy, and safe, and to have a voice in the things that matter to them. Your governments and the adults around you have a responsibility to make sure that your rights are fulfilled and that decisions are made with your best interests in mind. Children and youth also have responsibilities to ensure that they do not interfere with the rights of others.
Article 8 protects the right to identity. Paraphrased, it protects your right to a name, nationality, and family relationships. Combined with other articles, like Article 2, the right to not be discriminated against because of your identity, it also protects your right to gender identity, appearance, and abilities. Basically, it makes sure that adults have to let you believe what you believe, love who you want to love, look how you want to look, and generally be yourself. And if anyone tries to take those away from you, it also states that governments have a responsibility to step in and make things right.
Under the UNCRC, all children have the right to a good education that helps them develop their personality, talents, and abilities while also helping them learn about their rights and responsibilities, which includes learning about their right to an education. I think it's super important that as youth in Saskatchewan we acknowledge our right to an education. Without it, life can get challenging later on, and that's why it's so important that we're all given the opportunity to prepare ourselves and find new strengths. We're very fortunate to have the schooling system we have. It's not perfect, but Canada does have one of the best education systems in the world, so take advantage of it.
Article 30 in the UNCRC states every child and youth has the right to share their own culture, language, or religion. It's a part of their identity that they're encouraged to explore and learn about, as long as it doesn't harm others. If you wish to practice or celebrate a religious holiday, you should not be punished to do so.